Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for rocking with me today, man. Greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dive into this one. We've got the five-man electrical band Signs 1971, man. This is coming from a donation request, man. Thank you so much for the glorious, generous donation, man. Appreciate you as always, man. Let's go ahead and read this one off. It says, "Hey Sean, how about another one-hit banger, this time from 1971, Signs by Five-Man Electrical Band." Haven't ever heard of this group before, man. This is our first time reacting to them on the channel, but it sounds like maybe a one-hit wonder. What I love about one-hit wonders, man, is commercially, I guess they were one-hit wonders, and sometimes what I've realized in doing this little YouTube journey is sometimes they're a one-hit wonder in America, but they were still big somewhere else. That's always interesting to find out. So sometimes I'll do a one-hit wonder, but I'll still have people say, nah, man, they had some good songs, but I'm sure those songs just collected dust because a lot of people only paid attention to that one song, which I guess us reaction channels sometimes are guilty of as well, right? Don't get me wrong, I do some deep cuts every now and then. I think probably more so when I started the channel, but I've hit on some deep cuts. But it'd be interesting to go back and listen to some of these one-hit wonders and listen to their other album material, and if it's anything like my experience with my generation, sometimes I can see why a group was a one-hit wonder. You hear their one song and it's awesome, and then you'll go dive into the rest of the album and it's really lackluster. You're like, oh, this is not like enjoyable. I don't think I'll be coming by to this neighborhood again. I've experienced it with songs in my generation that I grew up with where I really hoped there was more and there wasn't anything. I don't know. I'm sure there's some gold for some groups, though. Let's go ahead and dive into this one, man. The Five-Man Electrical Band, Signs 1971. Hitting that play right now. Before I do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the description if you guys are enjoying the channel, man. Appreciate you guys. Let's keep rocking.
And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I tucked my hair up under my hat and I went in to ask him why. He said, you look like a fine, upstanding young man, I think you do. So I took off my hat and said, imagine that, me working for you. Whoa, sign, sign, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the sign?
I heard the chorus. I've heard that chorus, okay.
The sign said anybody caught trespassing would be shot on sight. So I jumped on the fence and I yelled at the house, hey, what gives you the right to put up the fence to keep me out or to keep Mother Nature in? If God was here, he'd tell you to your face, man, you're some kind of sinner. Sign, sign, everywhere a sign, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that, can't you read the sign?
Now hey you, mister, can't you read? You got to have a certain time to get a seat.
You can't even watch, no, you can't eat.
You ain't supposed to be here.
It's a message. This song's a message.
Sign said you got to have a membership card to get inside. Said everybody welcome, come in, kneel down and pray. But when they passed around the plate at the end of it all, I didn't have a penny to pay. So I got me a pen and a paper, and I made up my own little sign. I said, thank you, Lord, for thinking about me. I'm alive and doing fine.
bro. Oh, baby. It's always a surprise to me when I run into a good one-hit wonder. I'm saying one-hit wonder, but I don't know that. We're just saying like another one-hit banger. I'm assuming that means one-hit wonder. I don't actually know, right? So if the comment sections come back and say otherwise, man, I gotta trust you guys because I don't know. I wasn't in the time. But one thing I find interesting when I do hear what I am thinking right now is a one-hit wonder, but it applies to other ones, is sometimes that one-hit wonders, they have the sound, man. They have this sound that you just, like, you can't believe that they didn't come out with more greatness, right? Brandy's one of those ones I thought was really good song, and I can't believe that there was more like just a one-hit wonder, because they have a sound of the time right here. So it's like, did you guys not create anything else? I like the message here. This song is a message, right? It reminds me of that saying, it's about sending a message, man. He's saying you guys just got all these rules for how we have to live, but I mean, is that the way we had the intended design, right? Like, I thought this was just like everything's for everybody. We share, we embrace, we love, man. But when did all these other foolish rules come into place? The dress one I thought was kind of funny because I mentioned on another video, I don't dress like I don't dress like formal very often. I don't like the way it feels. Not judging anyone else when I share the way my opinion is. It's not to say other people can't live that way. I personally just don't like being like suit, tied, balled up. I don't like it. It's too restricting. I like casual t-shirt, jeans, and some comfortable shoes, man. And so I'm not ever going to be able to really go into these restaurants. And sometimes I do go into like a fancy restaurant and I'll be a little more down dressed than other people. Maybe I'll put on a button shirt or something, but I probably still have tennis shoes on and stuff. And you definitely get the eyes on you, like, why are you get that. But I'm just like, aren't we all just here to eat and like enjoy a good meal? But it's funny because you can feel like your attire can bring down somebody else's personal joy, which is weird because I'm going to eat. I'm not focused on what you guys are wearing. I figure if we're not dressing with our like butts out and stuff, we should be all right. But it's funny, man. I kind of get the message. Man. Yeah. I don't know. I like the way he's delivering it, and I know for some people it definitely hit as far as like the long hair, you know, you can't work here type of deal. Or even the statement about the end, about the donation plates coming along, and he's like, hey man, I really ain't even got a penny to spare, but I do want to show my gratitude. And he writes a little note, but I bet you if we did that, man, there would be some people that are looking at you in shame, right? But that's just, it's not necessarily where you're at, it's just the way people are. We're designed differently, we all think differently, and he's just pointing out that, hey man, some of y'all are just taking this thing a little too far. All right, some of y'all taking this thing a little too far, and you're overlooking the good things in life by these silly rules you got. That's kind of the vibe I picked up on. Let's learn a little bit about this one. All right, so we got Signs right here from the 5-man electrical band, man. This was released in 1971, and the songwriters on this one is Les Emerson. Okay, Signs is a song by the Canadian rock group 5-man electrical band. It was written by the band's frontman Les Emerson and popularized the relatively unknown band who recorded it for their true first album, Goodbyes and Butterflies, in 1970. The LP 5-man electrical band had begun as a Staccatos album with Brian Radding, the band's bassist, suggesting the band's new name from the song title. So it says some radio stations, some radio edits have omitted the instrumental introduction and shortened the instrumental coda for the airplay due to time constraints. So there you go. It did get cut down by about 45 seconds, man. The song was written by Les Emerson when he was road tripping on Route 66 in California and noticed the beautiful scenery was obscured by many billboards. The song narrator describes 4 instances of encountering signs that anger or concern him as follows, man. So yeah, we went over that. So he's traveling and he's just noticing that the billboards are obscuring the beautiful scenery. Man, that would be a bit of a frustration, man, for somebody who just wants to take in nature in that way. I remember learning about that for a brief period in school, that we would call that a form of pollution. It was a form of pollution now, not necessarily in a toxic sense, but in the sense that it's polluting just like that, the scenery, right? It's taking away the beautiful things by adding these things that maybe don't need to be advertisements. But I don't know, man. I'm just here. We're here for a short time. I'm trying to enjoy my ride. I can't think too much about it because it'd be difficult. Like, I don't have the power to change it, right? So right here, looking at the 5-man Electrical Band, it says that they're a Canadian rock band from Ottawa, Ontario, and they had many hits in Canada. See, that's one of the things I was talking about. 10 entries, Half Past Midnight, Absolutely Right, and I'm a Stranger here. So they had some other songs. It looks like in some form they're still rocking today, and some genres that they covered was rock and psychedelic rock, man. So they're still going today in some fashion, all right, with some of their members, man. Appreciate the donation request. Thank you for rocking with me on this one. I definitely appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Let me know if there's more that you guys enjoyed from this group, or there are other names that they've gone by, all right? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the description. Consider becoming a member here on my YouTube or Patreon for as little as $3 if you enjoy rocking out with me, man. I greatly appreciate that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.